Let us study the proof of inscribed angle theorem. Most important theorem from the point of view of exam as well as from application point of view. It has been asked several times in the examination. In the recent years, the importance has gone down, but still I prefer the theorem as one of the best theorems. Okay, and it has infinite applications while solving the problems. Okay, let us try to understand the meaning, the concept of inscribed angle theorem. The measure of inscribed angle is half the measure of the arc intersected by it. In this figure, angle BAC is an inscribed angle. This angle intercepts arc BDC. Arc BDC can be named BEC also for using the figure. Okay. And we want to prove that measure of the inscribed angle is half the measure of arc BEC. Okay. For which we have written the given information: a circle with center O, angle BAC is inscribed, and arc BDC is intersected by that angle. We want to prove that measure of angle BAC is half measure of arc BDC. Construction we have done, we have drawn a ray AO, a ray starting with the vertex of the angle and passing through the center of the circle. Suppose this ray intersects the circle somewhere, we will name that point as E. In triangle OAC, in this triangle OAC, OA is equal to OC. That means the triangle is an isosceles triangle. And why are these two sides congruent, equal? Because these are the radii of the same circle. Okay. Therefore, base angles, that means angle OAC and angle OCA will be congruent to each other, because these are the base angles of an isosceles triangle. This is isosceles triangle theorem. Now, we are considering the measure of these two angles is equal to x degree. They are congruent, that means they are equal in measure, so we will consider their measure is equal to x degree. Now we are shifting to the actual part of the proof. This is also the requirement of the proof only. Okay. Measure of arc EC is equal to measure of angle EOC. By definition, measure of the arc means measure of the central angle. So we have written measure of arc means measure of angle EOC by definition. Okay. But this angle is an exterior angle of triangle OAC. This angle EOC is an exterior angle. This angle is an exterior angle of triangle OAC. We know that measure of the exterior angle is equal to sum of remote interior angles. So measure of angle EOC will be equal to sum of angles OAC plus angle OCA. We have written EOC is equal to sum of these two angles by remote interior angles theorem. The theorem is given in the in textbook of 9th standard on page number 24. So measure of angle EOC is equal to OAC plus OCA, but these two angles are equal in measure and we have considered their measures as x degrees. So EOC will be equal to x plus x equal to 2x degrees. Now this x degrees I am replacing by angle OAC. X degrees is replaced by angle OAC for a special reason. So what did we prove from equation number 2 and equation number 3? Measure of arc EC is equal to EOC and EOC is equal to twice OAC. So you get a connectivity. This arc is equal to this angle, but this angle is equal to this. Therefore, measure of arc EC is equal to twice measure of angle OAC from 2 and 3. You get by transitivity. Just like A is equal to B and B is equal to C, so A is equal to C. Similarly, measure of arc EC is equal to EOC and EOC is equal to twice OAC. Therefore, this is equal to this. So we have written that. measure of arc EC is equal to twice angle OAC. If I transfer these two in the denominator, it becomes divided by 2, but that can be written as 1 by 2 also. So what do you get? Measure of angle OAC is equal to half measure of arc EC. So I have written that by interchanging the sides. Measure of angle OAC is equal to half measure of arc EC. Correct? Measure of this arc is a double of this angle. That means this angle is half measure of this arc. Okay. So what did we prove? Measure of this angle is half of this arc. Now this angle OAC can be named as EAC also. So we have just changed the name of the angle. Angle is same, only new name we have written for the same angle. So angle EAC is half of arc EC. Angle EAC is half measure of arc EC. Now if I move on the other side of ray OA, ये रे OA के right side में हमने prove कर दिया. On the second side we don't have to prove. We can just say that similarly measure of this angle will be half of arc BE. Measure of angle BAE will be half of arc BE. Now let us add these two, equation number 4 and equation number 5. Angle EAC plus angle BAE. EAC plus BAE. So if you add left hand side, you have to add the right hand side. You get half of arc EC plus half of measure of arc EE. If you take half common, inside the bracket you will get measure of arc EC plus measure of arc BE. Let us observe what is EC plus BE. EC, this arc, and BE is this arc. If you add these two arcs, you get full arc BEC. So the sum of these two arcs means actually measure of arc BEC. Half we have already taken common. Now BEC, this arc can be named as BDC also. It is the same arc, only the name is changing. So what did we conclude? Measure of angle BAC. ये दोनों एंगल को ऐड करेंगे तो BAE और EAC. If you add these two angles, what do you get? Angle BAC. So angle BAC is equal to half measure of arc BDC. That completes the proof. Okay? Proof is interesting. Nowadays it is not frequently asked, but it can be asked at any moment. If at all it is asked in the examination, it has to be asked for 4 marks. So I feel, in my opinion, it is one of the most important theorems. Please write the proof 5 times, again today 2 times, tomorrow 2 times, and once day after. And if it is possible, change the names of the points and write the proof. That will strengthen the proof.